afternoon, Virginia. I am Abigail Spanberger, and I am excited that we are going to win in 3 days. Thank you all for being here today. What an incredible crowd. And what an incredible moment this is for Virginia. I am thrilled to be here in Norfolk, and I am honored to be joined on stage in a few minutes by President Barack Obama. On Tuesday, we are going to send a message that Virginia is turning the page. So let me ask you, is Virginia ready for leadership that puts our Commonwealth first? You know, we are approaching the end of a nearly 2-year-long journey. Almost 2 years of campaigning across every corner of this beautiful Commonwealth. From Farmville to Fairfax, from Wytheville to Woodbridge, and from Pennington Gap to Portsmouth, P-Town's in the house. We have 3 more days until the end of this chapter. And Virginia, do you know what makes this moment so special? It's all of you, because on Tuesday night, the whole country will be watching what it is that we do. This is our moment, and I cannot wait to see what we do with it. Looking out at this amazing crowd, I see so many friends I grew up with here in Virginia, friends from my time serving in Congress representing Virginia's 7th District, and friends I have made across our Commonwealth as I have been running for governor. It is amazing to think about the journey that we have taken together, and as I ask for Virginians to put their trust in me as our next governor, I would like to tell you why I am running. It is because I want to serve Virginia. I grew up in Henrico County, and our house was a house of service. My father, an Army veteran and then a career law enforcement officer. My mother, a nurse and a volunteer and advocate in all things. They always used to say there is no higher calling than service to our country. And I grew up knowing that I wanted to follow in my dad's footsteps. And I did. First, as a federal agent working narcotics cases, going after child predators, cracking down on money launderers. And from there, I went on to serve as a CIA case officer, working counterterrorism cases, serving undercover, working to keep the American people safe. Every day, my colleagues and I came together to work on behalf of the American people, and we were focused on a mission: keeping the American people safe. But this mission, focus, this commitment to country, it isn't unique to me or to my family. It is ingrained in so many Virginia families. It is part of Virginia's story. Virginia is where American democracy was born. And Virginia is where we are still working to perfect it today. Virginia is where James Madison built the framework for a constitutional system strong enough to move a young nation away from tyranny. And Virginia is where Barbara Johns, a young 16-year-old student from Farmville, led a student walkout that became part of the Brown v. the Board of Education case. Virginia has been and Virginia will be an example for the rest of the country. And come Tuesday, the eyes of all Americans will turn to see the results of this election. And once again, like we always do, Virginia will show leadership. Virginia will set an example. And that is what I love about our Commonwealth. And it is why my husband Adam and I are so proud to call Virginia our home. You see, back in 2014, we were living on the West Coast, stationed there with my job at CIA after spending time overseas. And we were getting ready to bid on our next post. And with CIA, you can go anywhere in the world. And so we said to our oldest daughter, we have 3 beautiful, amazing daughters, and we said to our oldest daughter, who was in kindergarten at the time, where do you think we should go? We pulled out a globe. We said, what do you think? Kenya, England, where should we go? We can go anywhere. Where should we bid? And she said, Virginia. And we said, no. No, with Mommy's job, we can't go back to Virginia. And she said, well, why wouldn't we go to Virginia? Everyone we love lives in Virginia. And so we decided to pivot from a path of service to country to service to community, because she was right. Everyone we love lives in Virginia. And now there are so many more people we love across Virginia. We came back home and we invested in the community that had made my husband and I who we are. I volunteered with Moms Demand Action. I started a Girl Scout troop. And then in 2017, I decided to run for Congress. And I'll be honest, and many of you were there, back then they told me it was a crazy endeavor. No Democrat had won the 7th district in 50 years. And my predecessor had won his race by 15 points just 2 years prior. But I saw what Donald Trump was doing with his executive power and how he was pitting neighbor against neighbor. And I saw my member of Congress over and over again vote to repeal the Affordable Care Act. And I knew I had to do something. So spoiler, I won. And then I won again. And then again. And what